Welcome back to the Backside Poddy. This week we discuss Olympic Games. Young gun and breakaway specialist Max Campbell's here. And Kurt, has his fast-paced lifestyle finally caught up with him?
2 gin and tonics, 2 vodkas, and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please. Now let's introduce you to the Backsiders. Jim Bob.
Yeehaw.
Shawnee.
Yo, yo.
Shredder.
Hey, hey.
Maxie.
How you going?
And I'm Friebes. Welcome along, everyone, and hope you've had a good week. Let's get started. Jim Bob, what's been happening this week, mate?
Friebes, I had a pretty standard week, mate. It was week 1 of my 3-week block before Townsville.
New block.
Yeah. Not just hit all my sessions. It was really good. 10 hours on the bike, 5 hours of running, bit of gym work, mate. Just got it done. That was me.
Lovely. Shawnee.
Actually,
Whoa.
highlight was a ride on Saturday with the boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Did a bay loop.
That was actually
glorious.
really nice. Yeah.
Because it was cold.
No, it wasn't so cold. It was
Just out with the boys.
Just out with the boys.
It's my first ride back with the boys.
Shawnee, how was your week, mate? Why are you here?
Mate, sensational. I'm back fully on the bike. I'm training. Started training yesterday. Went up Nebo. First time up a hill, really, seriously. And I was pleasantly surprised.
Mate, I was pleasantly surprised how good your power number was as well.
Yeah, it's that dodgy power meter of mine.
I asked him has he recharged it since he's been off the bike, but no response.
No,
Just leave it as it is.
leave it as is.
But then backs it up with a com today.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, so I had a tailwind and I got behind a truck for that.
Flagged.
Flag
Com's a
that.
com.
Yeah, but no, 400 clicks for me last week, and this week will be rather the same. So looking forward to some fitness. I got Uni World Cup to defend,
Ooh.
so I don't want to. I don't want to return.
It got announced this week.
Yeah, I don't want to return that trophy, so I got to get fit for it.
Oh,
Starts
it's perpetual.
first race next weekend. Holy fuck!
No pressure.
Yeah, shreds.
What'd
you
you
have
get up
been
to?
shredding.
I've been shredding. Bit of a different training session this week. I was skiing in New Zealand on the weekend and
Traveller.
running. I know, worldly, and running in the hills over there, which was a nice change and very, very cold.
Bit fresh.
Yeah, I mean, actually not as fresh as Melbourne. It was like 6 degrees in Melbourne and 16 degrees in Queenstown, but
Oh, well. No wonder there's no snow.
yeah, exactly. But it was good.
Global warming. It's certainly not here. It's been bloody freezing.
It has. And
2,
windy.
3, 4 degrees in the mornings. It's fresh.
Still not as cold as Queenstown.
Nah.
No.
It's freezing there.
Yeah, it was great though. Great to change it up.
That's good. I had a bit of a good week. I got what I get 14 hours on the bike, Jim Bob. I got 800 TSS, which is pretty handy for me. Wasn't away this week for work.
You need to reassess your FTP, mate.
It got bumped up after the TT the other day. I was like, damn you,
811 seems very high for 424 Ks.
mate, because I train hard.
Full send or no send.
Exactly. Now it was a good week. What else to do? That was pretty much it. Just rode and sort of very well behaved on the food and drink. Just trying to get some shredding done for
Ooh, love
nationals.
To see that. Love to see that.
So I'm surprised no one mentioned anything. I'm looking a bit leaner this week, but anyway.
You haven't told us how lean you are, mate. Tell us.
Yeah.
Please, we're waiting.
No, I'll leave it at that. But it was good to be back. I was on the show last week, so it's nice to be back. And
Yeah, we missed you, mate.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we've got no Kurt this week, so
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Kurt? What's happened to Kurt?
well, he, as I said at the start, has his fast-paced lifestyle caught up with the big fella.
Absolutely.
I think it has.
I think it might have.
Yeah.
Is there any?
And you know that he's been very quiet on the socials too. Like he's not even commenting to the chat.
No.
No.
He's just disappeared. I think he's
Just a full Rico week.
he's crabbing.
Yeah.
And thanks for that special comments. We've got the man, the myth, and the legend, Maxi Campbell, sitting next to me tonight. It's great to have you here, big fella.
Oh, thanks for having me on. It's great to be here.
Oh, mate, it wouldn't be a Brisbane cycling podcast if it didn't have Max Campbell on it. So, mate, fantastic to have you on. And what have you been up to this week, mate?
Well, we travelled back from Indonesia. Had a 4-day tour over there in Bangladesh.
Can you say
Excuse
that
me?
again for us?
Where was that?
Bangtown in Bangladesh.
Bangtown. What's the capital of Thailand?
Sorry,
What's the capital of Thailand?
Bangtown.
Bangtown.
Bangkok.
Bangkok.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But they're
that
in
was-
Indonesia, mate.
I know, but it's just a funny joke from one of those movies back in the day.
You're not a dad. You can't be pulling that shit.
Showing your age.
Anyway, keep going. Bang dong. What is it?
Yeah. So travel back from there and just spent the last few days spinning the legs over and getting back used to the weather in Australia now.
Bit cooler.
Probably about 30 degrees difference. So,
Jeez.
a bit of a shock to the system, but I mean, we're only there for 10 days, so
Yeah.
hasn't been too bad.
Didn't get barley belly.
I didn't personally, but there were a few cases of that floating around.
It's a case.
Yeah, we actually had one sitting behind us, the row directly behind us in the plane back. And we
no.
found out about it about 20 minutes into the trip.
Oh.
So
Not on.
One of the boys or from the?
no, definitely not one of the boys. Just another punter.
Was it up top or down the bottom?
Up top.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, over the back shoulder.
Yeah. ended up on the floor all over the floor next to us. So that was great. About 20 minutes into a 6-hour flight.
Like Virgin, Jetstar, who'd you fly with?
Batik Air.
Who are they?
Don't fly with
It's
them.
good to have you back, mate.
I'm glad you
I'm
got back.
very grateful to be here.
No wonder
Yeah.
Batik Air doesn't have sick bags. It must be some low
Oh,
budget.
they had a bin bag. But
Even better.
He filled it up. So
One per customer. We're a low budget airline, Jim Bob.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Jesus.
Like, what did you do for the next 5 hours and 40 minutes, Max? You just put a peg on your nose or
No, I
something?
think he just thought about his sensational results from the. What did you know? What your third overall, mate? Was it?
third overall in the points classification. So that was all right.
And they gave you a neat little hat, didn't they?
Did you bring
Yeah,
it?
no, I forgot to bring.
Oh,
I was too busy thinking about bringing my headphones that I forgot to bring my hat. So it's the first time I
I even
took it
had
off
you
this
covered.
morning. Yeah, no, they love a bit of that over there. So we had
What's that thing called, mate?
I actually do not know. Yeah, I'm sure it's got a.
Can you
name.
explain it for everyone? Because
It's
we'll get a picture up on socials. Won't we?
That'll be the thumbnale this week for the.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
We need a nickname for that.
Yeah.
Some sort of name.
it's like an ice cream tub on your head.
An upside down ice cream
Upside down
tub.
ice cream tub. Yeah, like you know when you go to the cricket and the people have the KFC buckets.
The buckets. Maxie's bucket.
Yep, Maxie's bucket. I like it.
So third, mate.
Third in the points classification, and then stage 2 got a 9, and then stage 3 5th, and then stage 4, which was the big Queen stage. Just got up the road in the break and got enough sprint points to get me up into the top 3 there. So
Nice.
Incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, man, great result.
Oh, thank you. Wasn't going to fare very well against the GC boys on that. There's like 30k at like 11% or something.
It's insane.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
What's a
Ren shout
Ren
out
Diggity?
to Ren
Ren
Dog.
Diggity?
Yeah, he was on the flight next to us actually. He did
on
really well.
next year's?
Yeah, 2 planes in
Oh,
escort.
He was sitting next to us in the one plane.
Oh, the same plane.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for clearing that up for everyone.
Yeah, no, he had a great ride. So yeah, on that.
Yeah, he finished 11th GC, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Rendog.
Yeah.
How good.
Standout result.
Up, second boy. We love a bit of Ren Dog, Diggity Dog. Don't mean Jim, but
Oh, mate, Rendog's a ledge. He just needs to not be so negative sometimes.
You know what I loved about the Indonesian race? I was watching it on YouTube sometimes because I don't have much to do at the moment. But the commentary, bro.
Oh mate. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
We,
They're
we
pretty loud.
need that on SBS ASAP.
On that stage 2.
how does it go? It was like this high pitched, like screaming.
Oh, dude, it was incredible.
Yeah,
The
stage
excitement.
2. There was a couple big crashes in the last 3k, and
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah, you wouldn't want to be wearing headphones. It was pretty loud.
We need to get him on.
Yeah,
That commentator.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll get him on remote.
You're going to need to learn to speak Indo.
Yeah.
Google Translate, mate, for that.
Yeah. Sub out Keen and bring him in.
Exactly. Now, Maxie, I hear there's a rumor about some vicious climb over there. Someone's saying it's the name volcano. Tell us about that, mate.
yeah, it is a volcano. We only go about halfway up it. I think it tops out about 3,600, so we go about 1,800 meters up it.
Some thin air.
Yeah. I don't think we were there for long enough to feel it too much, but for reference, I think coot-tha's about 230 meters
max.
elevation. So
That's enough for me.
yeah, it was a few coot-thas back to back and quite a lot steeper. So
Shit.
yeah,
So are we saying that's 10 coot-thas on top of each other? maybe 9 coot-thas to go to where you finished.
Yeah, about 9 coot-thas.
That's
8 or 9.
disgusting.
Yeah. But it's
How
like,
long did that
Not
take?
for me.
the climb, because there's sort of 2 sections to the climb. So there's sort of a more draggy first half, which
Yep.
is probably, it's a bit more like a Mount Me type thing.
Yeah.
And then you get to the actual climb, and it's it goes up to about 22%, and then it just kind of steps up like that all the way to the top.
Imagine having a
How'd you
Mount
go?
Me as a precursor to that.
Yeah, about 15 k's of that, and then about 15 k's.
How'd you go up there?
Well, I was off the front with another rider from Canaan, and then I managed to get away from him just before the last set of KOM points before the finish. So I got about 10k to go before the GC bunch caught me, and then I gave it a dig to sit in with them and managed to hold on for about 50 metres. and then I swung out and just tried to survive from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very, very long 10 kilometres to the finish.
What'd you average up there, mate?
I think it was like 3:20 or something for the hour and hour and 20.
Yeah, nasty.
Yeah, and the guys that went past me were like, I
Freight
was like
trains.
standing still. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
What was the percentage that you stopped on? Like the finish?
the finish? So it actually flattens out a little bit for the
Nice.
last 2k, and then it does flattens out like in relation to 22%.
Yeah.
Um,
Feels nice.
yeah, it feels like a flat road.
So fast.
But
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It truly is.
yeah, I mean, you're riding up it and you're by yourself. You've been by yourself for 45 minutes and you're just like, why is there a road here?
It's so true.
Like,
Yeah, did someone live up there? What's
yeah. No, I think they mine.
does it stops and go back down? Like, it's just
It's just a
One
an
way
out
up,
and
one way
back
down.
road. Yeah.
Is it a dormant volcano too?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Apparently
good.
there's like a flame you can see.
Really?
Yeah, if you go at like between 2 and 4 a.m. So if you're really brave, you can drive halfway up and then walk up it at midnight and see a bit of fire.
No.
Bit of action.
Yeah.
Bit of
dragons.
nighttime action.
Dragon.
I can get that from a campfire.
Yeah.
The dragon.
Turn the barbecue on.
Oh, so it flattened out to almost, you'd say, coot-tha back.
Yeah. Last 2Ks would probably be pretty comparable to a coot-tha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about coot-tha, what's your best time up there?
For the news segment,
Yeah.
I haven't given the news segment a proper crack, but when I did my backside best, I think it was 6:51. That was a little while ago now.
Yeah.
It's like 2 years ago nearly.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago. So I think it might be due for a bit of a
Absolutely.
revamp.
I
Yeah.
reckon you got a bit more in the engine now.
Oh yeah, we'll have to find out.
484 watts, Maxi.
fair
I
bit.
reckon you've got that covered for 7 minutes, mate. I reckon
Yeah.
you definitely due a PR up there.
Yeah, bit of bicarb, some caffeine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Carb load beforehand.
yeah. Spent 3 days on low res carb loading just for a coot-tha.
Hey, there's a $250 voucher in it, mate, so
Yeah,
it's
true.
worth it.
Yeah,
Maybe what we do is back end of the year, we just get everyone together and we do like a mass start and someone just leads it out. I'll lead it out
Sounds like Swift.
and I'll swing off like after a minute and everyone else can keep going. And I'll just,
I'll do the
we have a
second, I'll do
mass
the second minute.
mass com attempt.
have you seen that video of Jonas doing that com with his team, like his old
Oh, yeah.
development team?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a full lead out for that.
Yeah.
I reckon we just set up something like that.
There was a bloke just recently as well that did that.
Was it the same team?
I think it might have been, hey?
Yeah.
And they did it in Majorca.
Maybe, not too sure.
Don't know. But it was cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Maxi, on this com attempt that you're going to go for later in the year, if you were able to build a $15,000 bike,
Jeez.
what does it look like?
Maybe
15 grand.
I reckon 20.
20.
20.
Yeah.
No
oh.
limit.
I reckon.
No limit.
I reckon
We've got to put
low cost, like $5,000.
No.
Old TCR.
Oh, what
Yeah.
can you get
Yeah.
for that nowadays?
We'll get one of Benny Manson's old Cannondales or something.
Oh, he's got a few of
Evo
them.
6, he's got about 15 of them sitting around.
All right, 15.
New bikes.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go. What is it?
I would probably go a rim brake TCR, like the integrated seat post one, full carbon saddle, cut bars, cut the drops off,
Oh, gee.
and some SRAM red 22, and then try and figure it out to get a 1x on there. Some real shallow wheels.
Are you doing like Haddo suggested the other week, where you put five cogs on the back and just run a 5-speed?
Well, I think you have to, because I mean, you're either going full gas or you're not. So if you need any gears bigger than whatever, like a 28, then
True.
May as well just give up. Turn the ship around.
Unless you got a 54 on the front or something, or a 56. Like
Yeah.
Sean's new little
Yeah,
get up.
Fuck.
Yeah, get that drivetrain a bit more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no.
does that mean you're going like a 56-35? Like, is that what you're running? Is that the ratio?
Nah.
No.
Or is
You've
that
got like
still
a
too big?
You're 53.
Yeah, something low 50s probably.
Yeah, 53.
Well, SRAM, you'd go like a 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say a 50.
10 to 15 or something like that.
Nah, you'd have to have more than 15.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
15 upwards, maybe.
A 50-15, that is Gary Grineman territory.
Yeah, man.
A 10,
What
probably like a
RPM?
10 to 30 because like if you want to spin the legs a bit.
Yeah.
What RPM are you thinking?
Oh.
Have to be over 90.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
have to be. Yeah, you'd have to be cooking.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you thinking for 6.5 minutes of power output, Maxi?
Oh,
Come on, you know.
Mate, he's
Mate,
going
just
going
look
sub
at the,
6.
Yeah, you
he's
just gotta
going
look
sub
at the
6.
time and don't worry about the power.
Really?
Only
Okay,
go
well,
so fast.
Do you break it down into like what the first third, the second third? I need to be here by here. Then
I think if you don't think about what you have to do, it probably makes it a bit easier. So just think
That's
about
true.
just looking at the time and keeping it a couple seconds ahead. But yeah, probably up to the stringy bark is a good section to hit, and then
Yeah.
stringy bark onwards, I reckon. If you're going to split it into two,
From stringy bark onwards is a prick.
yeah.
I
that's-
hate it.
It's the
Let's
worst
hang
bit.
on.
oh, very good. Thanks, Max.
Yeah.
Some good tips there. Got some work to do, haven't we?
Oh, I'd say I've got more work to do to go sub 6 on the coot-tha.
Who do you reckon could get it?
I mean,
You,
any
you
of the-
reckon Finn could go sub 6?
Yeah, definitely. I think if he was going for that longer segment,
Yeah. Matty G.
Matty G,
What about Panisa? Tali?
Tali.
Tali's keen.
Go on. Cancel that flight tomorrow, mate.
Tali is sitting next to me.
Yeah, thanks. Give,
Yeah,
give your mate an
audience.
intro.
Tali's one of my teammates. He comes from the wonderful area of Australia that is Woodend. It is currently snowing there at the moment, so he's
Oh,
been
God.
living in my house.
Can't blame him.
Nah,
That's
that
why it's in
seems
shorts
very
and a t-shirt.
reasonable.
Yeah, he came here about a week before we went to Indonesia, and then we've just spent a couple days after, and then he's going to fly out tomorrow morning. So
Back to the snow.
yeah,
How exciting.
Cross training.
Don't envy you.
yeah, he's just leaving his bike up here, and he's going to do some skiing when he gets back there.
Fuck. You got a gravel bike?
Yeah, I'm a mountain biker. Originally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I only started road in like 2022.
Oh, really?
So yeah, originally a downhill mountain biker.
Yeah.
And then cross country, and yeah, I sort of try my hand at all of it, but
Hence why-
road pretty focused at the moment.
Hence why you got 26 broken
I was
bones.
about to say, I was about to say the same
that,
thing.
Yeah, that
Finish-
is
finish-
unfortunate, but you know, we press on.
Finish downhill, put the screws back in, and start road cycling.
Exactly.
Only to break a few more bones, I'm guessing, by the end of it.
Nah, I think I'm done. I think I'm
You say
I'm
that.
done with broken bones.
They just
to be honest.
they sneak up on you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, apparently.
They sneak up on you. Can happen at the worst time as well when you're just
Fortunately.
even having a few beers. Can't it, Shawnee?
Yep.
And which team are you boys right for?
So we're riding for Cache or C Cache Park Up. Australian Continental team. Used to be Oliver's Real Foods Racing, and 2 years ago now, we changed names just with different sponsors and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you're bloody killing it. Best
Oh.
team in the country at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been going pretty well at all
Yeah.
the races we've gone to. While we were over at Indonesia, there was the other boys that are based in Europe at the moment racing Tour of Czech. So
Yeah, that's cool.
That
a
was
few
a,
World Tour teams there.
yeah, it was a stacked field.
Yeah.
I think Hershey might have ended up winning.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
See
he
there?
did.
Yeah.
My boy.
And then
I love him.
had
He's so good.
Alaphilippe stage win there as well.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Some big
impressive.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why aren't you in
Yeah.
Europe, mate?
Oh, well, I was planning on getting over there this year, but just came down to a money thing, really. Trying to go over there for 2 or 3 months, not working and just paying for
Yes.
like accommodation, that kind of stuff.
It's not cheap, eh?
No, I think I was lucky enough to go over last year, spend some time over there. So it wasn't necessarily like I haven't had the experience yet. Really sort of looking to focus on the Asian racing. So going to races like Tour of Indonesia and that kind of stuff is probably better for me
At the moment.
Anyway, yeah. So
Do you think that's going to be a bit of flavour for some of the Aussies doing more of the Indonesian sort of Southeast Asia stuff?
yeah, I think it's a lot more accessible
Yeah.
than the European stuff. It's definitely a lot cheaper, especially living wise. Like in Indonesia, it was quite, shocking almost how cheap it was to live there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think in terms of getting over there and racing, it's a bit harder because it's not like Belgium where you have the club races, every second day. You have to go over there with an invite to a UCI race, which you can only get if you're on like a continental team or which some of the Australian guys did for Tour of Agen was they had a ride on one of the local teams. So the local teams get invites, but yeah, it's pretty few and far between, I'd say, to try and get a spot in one of those. But yeah, I'd say you might see a lot more people going over and trying their hand in Asia.
Yeah, especially with the Aussie scene looking a bit sort of weary.
Yeah. It's not too great in Australia at the moment racing wise, but there's always club races on and that kind of stuff. So I think at the moment, just with there being so many people away, that's probably just playing a bit of a part into why there's a bit of a lack of numbers.
Yeah.
But, and in the summer when everyone's back, like it might pick back up again. But yeah, you can only hope so.
What's your take on the Pro Velo series?
I haven't looked into it incredibly deeply.
Yep.
But it seems like it might be a lot easier for the teams, such as Cation, ARA and stuff to get to, just with the costs involved and, the logistics of getting over to, the East Australia for basically the first third of the year after going to Nationals.
It's nearly as expensive as going to Europe, mate.
Yeah. So I guess there might be a few people that are actually tossing up whether or not it's worth racing in Australia or just save it up and going over to Europe.
It's one of those things, though, because apparently they're talking about it's going to bring a lot of exposure to cycling in Australia and all that because they're going to televise it, apparently.
Yeah.
So, that's good for sponsors for exposure to young developing riders. So, potentially it could be a good investment for, teams to attend it.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be one of those things that we have to wait and see.
Yeah.
That's definitely a step in the right direction to have it, more accessible for just like the public to watch.
Yeah.
Because even if you're in the know with the sport and know what races are going on and everything, it's very hard to find any sort of stream or results or anything like that.
Correct.
As it is. So I think just getting it out in front of the public and making it more accessible to people that might not even be looking for it.
Yeah.
That just stumble upon it. That might just pick up a few people that are interested in it.
Yeah.
And, grow it like that way. But again, you don't really know until it happens. So
That's it.
Yeah.
What about? Sorry, can I just ask?
Yeah.
Your I just have a question about the course profiles comparatively, Europe, Indo, Australia, from what you've experienced, and then for viewing for people that want to actually go out and see it, not just televised. What's the biggest difference, I guess?
Well, I guess the outlier here would be Australia. Just not having any of the massive climbs and that kind of stuff that Indonesia and more so Europe have. I guess you could make the argument that it's not as exciting to watch. But at the same time, there's races in Australia that are, Melbourne to Warney, it's pretty much pancake flat, but it can get exciting.
Yeah.
It depends on how the race is getting raced, not really the course.
Mate, why don't they do more racing up Hotham and Falls and that kind of stuff? They're 30K climbs.
They had the Herald Sun Tour years ago, and that was a great tour.
Great tour.
Yeah.
That's what
Friebe used to come out for that.
That's what put Seb Berwick on the radar as well.
Yeah.
It's a shame that
They're
got
pretty tough
cancelled.
climbs.
I think they'd come down to logistics.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
There's one way in and one way out
it's a nightmare.
through that area, and it's that one road. And to block it off for closed roads for bike racing can only happen a couple of times a year.
Yeah.
So.
It's also extremely expensive, I think, in Australia comparatively.
True.
In Europe, they're used to the racing.
They love
scene. They love it. They're around it, and whilst yes, we haven't, part of televising it will build that excitement, and therefore people will be more about it. But for now, it's just so expensive to do it.
Is there, you were saying, Max, it's pretty cheap to operate on the Asian racing circuit, is there decent prize money available to
Is it in
if you win?
Is
and
it in
stuff like
baht?
that?
What's it in? How do they give it?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
3 million.
3 million baht.
3 gazillion.
Does that get you 15 bintangs?
Not even.
Yeah. Yeah, got to pack an extra suitcase for coming third in the points classification. No, they the prize money there is very decent.
Is it?
Especially at a few of the bigger races.
Can you share that? Can you share, mate, or not?
I wouldn't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought it might sound the big check that you carry around.
No. They do love their notes over there. So they got $1 notes and everything.
Yeah.
Or Australian equivalent $1 notes. So.
Yeah.
The prize money there's definitely very decent. And there's been many riders who've made a living racing in Asia.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it's definitely something that's worthwhile going over there to try and make a bit of money. But yeah, it's always about the racing more than anything.
That's sort of where I was sort of leading that line of question, was to be like, well, is racing in Asia quite a good viable alternative to operating in or racing in Europe? The romance of being a pro cyclist in Europe, can you essentially trade that out to race in Asia?
I don't think it's
Frequency.
it's definitely not as glamorous as racing in Europe.
Those roads are charming.
Yeah. In saying that, the roads are very nice, a lot of them. It's just every now and then, I mean, as with anywhere, like every now and then you go over a road that hasn't been serviced in a while and there's a few rogue holes and drops off the side of the road. But
So Queensland roads.
Sounds like going to Sanford.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Just ride out around Logan.
Say Dubbo Road.
Debra Road.
Yep.
It's half better now.
Yeah, the little segments of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I reckon we should petition for them to redo that whole road with a 2-meter bike
Shoulder.
lane on the
Oh,
side.
mate, imagine that.
Absolutely.
The amount of
Imagine that.
I'd be up there every day.
day.
Yeah, full send.
The amount of time.
Mate, we can't even get an underwrite, mate. So what chance have we got out there? Seriously.
The amount of times Maxie Hobson and I have been riding out there, we just look over to the land on the left, and it's how good would a bike lane, just sealed bitumen, all the way out to Debra be from here?
So good.
Every ride.
Yeah.
He's so
and
nice.
then we almost get killed by a truck.
Or a dual
Truck
cab.
back.
Yeah.
Or a dual cab just trying to hit you with his wing mirror.
Yeah.
You're just
Or a bus.
Yep.
There's anyway.
Back to the Asian Europe sort of racing, the fields. I've been watching some of the Asian racing, and it just seems like the depth of the field isn't as good as what it could be in Europe as well. Is that?
Yeah, I think you'd be right in saying
Yeah.
that. Almost the same as what it's in Australia. The top end is all just as good.
Yeah.
But then, you have such a large discrepancy between the top end and the bottom end.
Yeah.
And there's less guys at that top end.
Yeah.
Which, makes it a little bit more dangerous because it's not just physical ability, it's skills and that kind of stuff on the bike. But yeah, I mean, personally, I haven't done any UCI racing in Europe, so I can't really speak on that
Yeah,
half.
true.
But by watching it, it definitely seems like the races are a lot more controlled as well. You got the big teams that are happy to do
Shut it
work on
down,
the front and that kind of stuff. Whereas, for example, in Egen, it was 5-man teams with no radios. So it was just chaos for the first few days.
Raw dogging it.
Yeah.
So you had no radios.
No radios in a UCI 2.2. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was pretty. You sort of had to stay on top of everything and know where everyone was in the team because you can't fall back on that radio communication. So yeah, it is just another element that makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, so you get races in Europe where you don't use radios either.
Yeah.
So, I'd say that the main difference would just be that top end of the field probably isn't as deep as it would be in Europe.
Yeah.
Then I think you get a lot more of the really phenomenal outliers over in Europe as well. Just because that's where they end up with their ability. Is at the top end of UCI
of
racing
course.
in Europe. So
Yeah. That's where everyone wants to end up, really.
Yeah. You're not going to see Jonas at the front of a tour of Bangawangi.
No.
Bangawangi. Oh, it's very good, man. And obviously, you're a cycler a hell of a lot. What do you do the rest of your time, mate?
So at the moment, I'm working at Tandem Co. Previously rode on the team. I've known Tom for a long time, actually. He coached me in rowing in grade 9, I think it was. So yeah, working there, just part-time at the moment, and then studying sports and exercise science at University of Southern Queensland. So that's keeping me busy.
Yeah, how do you fit it all in?
I just have to be pretty realistic with myself. I've learned it the hard way that I like to spread myself thin. So, just not biting off more than I can chew, and sort of like being realistic about training and working and studying, and just making sure I have enough time for everything, and not sort of like just scrambling around to do bits and pieces here.
Yeah.
Just doing everything properly, as opposed to like, doing more stuff but not doing it to as good of a quality kind of thing.
Yeah. And what's your goals for the next 12 months?
I would definitely the real end goal for me has never been to be like a world tour or anything like that. Like, I just want to be able to make some money doing what I love. So if I can end up on a UCI team or continental team or whatever, but if I can get paid by that would be pretty unreal. So that's sort of hence why I'm sort of focusing on the Asia Tour stuff at the moment, because if I am being realistic with myself, that's a lot more likely in the Asia Tour. So yeah, that for the next 12 months, just making the most of the opportunities we can get over there with Caish, and then obviously whatever other racing comes up, just really giving that a good crack and giving myself the best shot to sort of
Nice.
move up and get closer to a contract that way.
Nice. And you've been watching the Olympics, mate?
Honestly, not as much as I have been previously. I know we were just talking about the triathlon earlier. There's been a bit of drama around that the last couple of days. But, sometimes I just put the TV on and the ping pong's on or something and watch that. Sorry, the table tennis. But,
You have been at Bali.
The handball.
yeah, the handball.
It's riveting.
Swimming.
Swimming.
That was good
Oh.
this morning. I was up so early this morning. I was out late in the bike because I was enjoying the 4x200, the bronze, and then a bit of gold in the backstroke.
And did you watch the RTT?
No,
Oh,
Can't find highlights anywhere.
doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Doesn't exist. That's so
Yeah.
shit.
The only highlights I've got is Plappy showing us his live cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just seen
Saw
that
on
today.
Instagram.
What
Yeah.
the heck is that?
It's
Yeah.
brutal, man.
Looked like he'd been in a knife fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a proper slice.
Mate,
Yeah.
it's like he'd been in a samurai sword.
I wonder if he crashed into one of the barricades, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like on his, just below his ribs, hey?
It was
Yeah.
like, 3 or 4 inches long? It was like pretty
Yeah.
pretty decent gash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a few of the highlights. Like, Tali and I, were we in Indonesia?
Not for the TT.
Not for the TT.
They probably got better coverage over there.
We were in bed.
Oh, that's right, yeah. No, yeah, we watched the highlights the morning after.
Yep.
It was. Yeah, so.
You found highlights.
Yeah, just on Stan. So.
Okay.
You pay for Stan?
Oh, well, yeah.
Big budget team, mate.
Yeah.
Over there on Caish.
Okay, she's got a big budget.
How good was that Taylor nib? Crashed 4 times and her mechanic
That was
crashed
sick.
Oh,
once.
yeah.
That was
How good was
Yeah.
that?
Where did she end up? Did she podium?
Fourth, I think.
Yeah, right. That's pretty impressive to
Mate,
crash
how
4
much time
times.
did you lose doing that?
Oh man, the 4 crashes alone.
That's what I mean.
Well, imagine if she didn't crash. Does she win? And
Oh,
her mechanic
yeah,
doesn't
for
bin
sure.
it?
Maybe.
Like,
Is she a triathlete?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if she had UCI legal bars.
Yeah.
mate,
What
well,
a
you'd
use of
hope
the
so.
setup, yeah.
if they can get the UCI set up right at a Queensland state event, I'm sure at the Olympics they can get it right, man.
Oh, yeah, don't talk about that.
They got it right down to the millimetre.
They do. Is that why Poggy wasn't there?
Nah, controversy. Slovenian drama.
Yeah. Wasn't it his
King and Queen
yeah,
of
his
Slovenia.
girlfriend didn't
His
get
girlfriend didn't
Yeah.
get picked? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Let's
It's all
see what-
come out in the wash
Yeah.
today or yesterday or something.
Yeah.
That's a fair protest.
Fair.
I mean, also, if you've got a name like him,
Screw you.
may as well
Yeah.
use it for good.
That's power.
Absolutely.
on
So
him, man.
who you got for the men's roadie?
Oh, well, I mean, seeing how punchy the course is, like,
MVP.
got the notes up.
NVDP, mate.
It's a bling special.
Yeah. Yeah, bling. That would be great.
He likes a long race.
Yeah.
And it suits his, his abilities.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely like a world last year type of course.
Yeah.
No, I think if Mads is there at the end,
Ooh,
that would be
Unbeatable.
that's a good
Yeah.
shout.
I think he'd be able to beat Van der Poel in a sprint.
Did he
But-
break anything in that crash? In the tour?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think he just couldn't
Bit of damage.
ride properly. Yeah.
What about a 3-up sprint at the end between
Wout.
Wout, MVDP, and Mads?
Oh.
And
Hey.
bling. And bling.
Mads is
And
getting
bling.
it.
I'll just pop some threads on the front of my pants.
Why'd your table lifting up?
That's his gaming computer.
Yeah, no. I think, that would probably almost be not too far from
Be cool, eh?
happen.
When's it on?
Saturday night. I might.
7
What time?
p.m. our time.
It
Oh,
that's good.
starts at like 6:50.
It's not good. It's
So-
shit.
There you
It's, yeah, because Shauno's out on the beers.
I'm on the
That's why.
piss that night.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Ish you,
Thanks.
not an ish me.
How are you going to go on the tins with? Have you still got the crutches?
No,
No,
put the
no.
moon boot back on.
Got-
No.
Safety
No
first.
scooter?
Safety
No.
first, mate.
No.
Moon boot.
Harry's
No. RMs, mate.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's still caps. That'll get the job done.
So you're completely fine, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with you anymore.
Nah, I'm all
It's held
good.
together with screws.
Just don't tell work that, eh?
We spoke about this the first episode, not to talk about work on this show. Remember?
never.
We never.
bring
We're
it
always
up.
working, never playing. What about just before we finish in the Olympics? I must admit, the small amount of the ITT we did see, I loved Plappy's get up.
Oh, the bike.
Yeah.
was
That bike
mint.
was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Dialed.
How was that chain ring,
Yeah. Yeah,
What
I saw
the
that on his
frick?
Instagram a few days before.
mate?
Was
oh,
it like
yeah, it's
painted sort
glitter?
of thing?
Like it was
Yeah.
almost like it's like flick paint kind of thing. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That's sync ergonomics coming through
big
clutch.
Kenny.
Yeah.
We should get Kenny on. He'd love it.
Oh, yeah. You sound like you're real good mates with him.
We're on email
Just
with it.
before we also continue on the Olympics, we do definitely need to talk about Grace Brown, please.
Yeah.
Of course, we haven't
Cool.
finished the Olympics yet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, we're talking about finishing up.
Bling bikes even.
Yeah.
Bling blob bikes.
Bling plop.
Yeah, no, Grace Brown.
Grace Brown.
Incredible.
Huge ride.
Yeah.
Incredible.
49.8.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I couldn't
bro.
believe it when I saw
Yeah.
those numbers. It was just, what the heck?
Yeah.
Win by a minute and a half.
Yep.
And to beat Chloe Dargett too, man. Like
Yeah.
she is.
She's a meat axe.
Strong.
Although she hasn't come back ever since her crash, I reckon. She hasn't had that standout.
Oh man,
She
she's
was
still
pipped
good.
to win.
Chloe was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you reckon the rain, I mean, obviously, yes,
Oh.
someone fell over 4 times. I appreciate that. But Grace still sent it. Like, she was
Yeah.
like ripping it through the corners.
So
Yeah.
like if you watch her run compared to any of the other
Ripping it.
women's, like she's just flying through the corners like crazy. Like
Was it just, she's just technically so much better, or was it, what?
Maybe, eh?
Maybe
Just
she just has
confident?
no fear.
Yeah.
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 It was impressive.
Maybe. Let's not smash Taylor Nibb on being a triathlete, and hence they can't handle their
Turn
bikes.
the
But
bikes.
we did. We went there. We
Yeah.
went there.
But I reckon if we're all riding at 50k an hour, I reckon
Mate.
in this room, one of us would fall over.
Oh, mate, I'd be like nursing that
hands
thing
up.
around the, be nursing it like a big boat around the bloody corners.
Yeah.
What about Wout riding his double disc?
Well,
Yeah.
that
Double
nearly,
disking.
that nearly made the shopping cart this week.
Next week,
Can
mate.
you buy them? Are they up for sale?
Mate, I'll find you one.
I'll just message Wout.
Freebes knows someone at reserve.
I know someone in reserve, mate. Shout out to the Pond Boys.
Someone at Savella.
Another one of your mates.
Say no more.
But I don't know about the double disc.
17 watts, mate. 17 watts. He tested it in the Silverstone. Well, it did. And he found 17 watts in that maxi.
But it wasn't enough.
I was listening to the Social Distance podcast, and Buells was saying, man, when they ran double disc on their track bikes, even if someone opened a door in the velodrome, they would feel the wind come in.
Wow.
Sucks them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it on open roads in that rain as well.
Oh, mate,
All
he's
sorts of
gutsy.
conditions.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
He's
Well, he
like-
knows how to ride a bike. That's
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
Can he? He's like the best.
So I don't know if you want to add that to your shopping cart, mate. You might be in ER pretty quick.
Again.
Oh, dear. There we go. We'll leave that one alone. But yes, very impressive by Grace.
Yeah. Well, who we got for the females roadie? That's similar to the males course. It's a bit shorter, 158 clicks, and it's on Sunday, so it suits me when I'm hungover.
Yeah, but it's I'm pretty sure it's like Sunday, like
Night again.
yeah, I think it's like
Oh,
12:20, like
PM?
just after.
Yeah.
I'll be well and truly in bed.
Yeah, no, but I think
AM.
like it's
after
just
hours.
clocked
Oh,
over.
straight after the men.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
God.
That's
I
a
think
big
it's just
day on
clocked
tools.
over.
Are they doing both of them on the same day?
But
You saying?
technically, our time is
Yes, next day.
Night,
Next day.
Next day, I think.
Yeah, right.
That's a big day on the tools, Jim Bob.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. Oh, it's only 2,800 meters of climbing. Like it's not a massive climbing day, but yeah.
I'm talking about for the couch peloton, mate. Just sitting
Oh.
there doing 278 k's in the
Yeah.
males, and then doing another 170 odd in the females.
Geez, that's 400 clicks on the couch.
Oh. Mate, I'll be stuffed.
Mate, that's a lot of TSS.
Oh dear.
Yeah, totally misread that.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Just
Oh, well.
I threw you an easy one, and you just volleyed it back at me.
Guys, I got that wrong. We are Sunday night.
You're up by
at
24 hours, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm out. But it's 10 p.m.
Still a lot of TSS.
That was my complaint, was that it was at 10 p.m. it starts. Which is
Okay.
very late.
That is late. On a school night too. Sunday night.
Exactly.
Jeez.
What do they expect of us?
I guess it's only there, Saturday or whatever it is.
2 p.m. Sunday is
Dead.
Paris time.
They're going to be whinging something chronic when it hits Brisbane in 2032.
Oh, we're going to hear all
Yeah.
about it.
believe you had to stay up so late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put street lights everywhere. Run it at night time.
It's like Ipswich.
Yeah. Have the road race at the Ipswich Crit Track.
How many laps of the
Yeah.
crit track?
Jeez, 250 laps.
How many's that, Haddo?
At Muzz. Oof. Has anyone
Actually,
heard
didn't you,
anything
Muzz?
about
Yeah.
Muzz?
No, it's still crickets.
Have you been past it at all?
No.
Joshy Bikeoff went past the other day and he said it's still a while off.
Nah. Of course it is.
Still a construction site.
Bugger.
Council's doing it, mate.
Perfect.
They're still missing bitumen, but he blames it on the wind. They lost all their documents. But talking about racing, our local racing, we had the Frank Papp Memorial on the weekend. I don't think any choppers were called, so
Thank God.
that's good. And Andrew Moore got the win. Not too sure how the turnout was there, but he got the win. Jack McKinstry got the fastest time. And in Div 2, bloody young Zach Douglas Savage,
The Savage.
he got the fastest time. He's a young up-and-comer. I think he's 17 years old or something, so
Damn.
that's good to see. Uni had small numbers too. Toby Jones repping a Balmoral kit at a uni
Ooh.
club meet.
Can't do that.
Can't do that,
A
brother.
bit on the nose.
Yeah, but
Dun-dun.
good on you, mate. And Ness got the females win there. And Life Cycle on Sunday, Joshy finally got his leg sorted and got
50-50
yeah
power balance today.
yeah
Shout out.
yeah.
Is he
Yep.
back? 50-50?
Yeah.
Cam
Oh, wow.
Shrembry doing his magic.
Absolute magician, that man.
Yep, he
Love
is.
to hear it.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
That's how he got me 330 watts up in Nebo yesterday. But yeah, he rolled Cookie in the sprint, so it's no
That's
mean
good to
feat.
see.
Yeah,
It's good to see.
yeah, absolutely. So, and also shout out to Hugh McNamara. I do Pete May's Bay Loop with him every now and then.
Triathlete, isn't he?
Yep, and I think that was possibly his first A grade race,
Yep.
and he's on the steps
On the podium.
Yep, with the orange in his hand.
Well done.
So yeah, but also shout out to any local clubs hosting racing. The Brisbane Cyclist.cc does a very good job
Of collating it all.
collating it all. But if there's any races that the legend doesn't get on his database, let us know, and we can put you in touch.
We'd like to.
Yeah, and then we'll also get you bloody on the potty. Well,
on our socials, you mean?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
socials.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a few listeners now. We've got a few on the Instagram page as well.
Yeah, it's building every week.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for your
Nice to see.
support. So yeah, and this weekend we got Ipswich Crit Friday night. I wouldn't mind getting out there one day for a Friday night crit.
It's a good course.
Beers and palm in the way home.
Oh, wow.
Mate.
Stop it.
End of the week on a Friday, no training for the rest of the weekend. Full Larry Emder into the weekend.
Lazar.
That would be all right, eh? Let's do it.
Let's do that end of season sometime. I'm down. End
Wait,
of season.
Do we ever have an end of
When's the
season?
end of season?
Yeah.
The end of yeah.
Christmas.
End of QRTS.
End of September.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in on that.
Middle of November. My season's just starting in September.
Nah, you'd be right. You'd be right.
I got to get ready for Margs, mate.
What's happening this weekend?
So yeah, Ipswich Crit. Darren Smith's on Crit Saturday, Roadie Sunday.
Our boy Maxie's in.
Yeah.
Are you racing, Maxie?
Yeah, down to do both days. So
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I see the start lists are somewhat okay. this time. It's still not great, but
Yeah, I think we've got 15 for the crit and then 14 for the roadie.
yeah,
so
that's probably the best numbers this year.
yeah, still pretty thin, but there's
Yeah.
a few hitters in there. So
Yeah,
it'll be
it's
good.
it's actually a tough field.
Yeah. Tough course as well.
Yeah.
So,
And windy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you racing?
It gets windy at Luke Harrop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you racing, Jim Bob?
No, I'm just logistically I can't get it done this weekend, mate. I've got a few weekends coming up that I gotta put some goodwill
Credits
in the bank.
In the bank.
That's it.
Know what that feels like?
Hey, what about you, Friebes?
I'm doing the Sunday roadie.
No crit?
No crit, 4 hours.
No crit, 4 hours.
Doing 4 hours on Saturday instead.
How about you ride down to Luke Harrop,
Did think about that.
do the crit, then ride home?
Did
Or,
think
or get Amber to come down, take her out for lunch afterwards.
And she's
Really
listening.
threw him in.
We're going for dinner on Saturday night at Short Range, so that's the treat this
Oh, yeah.
weekend.
Very
Brilliant.
good.
And if you want to get your XC bike out, Tally, bloody Mount Crosby on Sunday.
Don't go home, mate.
Round 3, brother. Get there. Entry boss. Yeah, that's about it for this weekend. But still, Strade Moroni
Hey.
is officially announced. We partially announced it last week. We broke the we broke
We broke the news.
we broke the tabloids. I was
get it
getting
here
all
first
sorts of
every
messages.
Hear it.
Yeah.
Hear it here first.
Yeah,
How dare you?
yeah. Cozy was like, "What the hell is this race you're talking about?"
Oh, I love that. I love being ahead of the crew.
Yeah.
Mate, you heard it
So-
here first.
Yeah.
But looks like a good race. It will be.
You down for it, Shawnee?
I'm keen. I'm done.
Ooh.
Oh, just depends how these screws are in my leg.
What about... It's
Oh,
got
that'll
gravel,
be
hasn't
right.
it? It's got
That'll
gravel.
be
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be right.
Yeah, well,
Freaks.
I get them out like 2 weeks before the race. So if
Oh,
they got to drill a
Plenty
big
of
hole,
time.
We'll definitely be doing that, Freebes, won't we? That's a good pre-tune-up.
Yeah. What do you think, Max? Would you do a big weekend that weekend and then race the Masters National the weekend after, or is that too close?
nah, do that.
Personally, I wouldn't race the Masters National.
Fuck, you're only 23,
Well,
mate.
you're not old
You're 23,
enough,
you're
mate.
tall.
Maybe in a couple of years.
Yeah, in about 7.
Yeah. Well, nice little tune-up.
You reckon that's not too close?
No, we've got a whole week off after that, and then the next week we travel down.
yeah.
So you've got
Easy time.
10 days, mate.
Okay. I was just getting the pros tips.
Oh, who are we asking?
You. Yeah, we'll be there. Jim Bob, won't we?
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
like
go
the
for a tune-up.
I don't like the gravel, especially in the S5. I just don't like getting
Yeah,
dirty. That
I'm-
really.
I'm not going to race the BMC.
Yeah, I'm taking the R5.
Yeah.
Put some pool noodles on your bike.
I might.
That's a great idea. Just on the down tube,
Yeah.
and then rip it off.
Yeah. Once you pass all the gravel,
that's a sick idea.
and then next lap, have another pool noodle ready.
Just put it back
The Swan, yeah, just
Yeah.
passes your
Going
noodle.
back to the team car.
spare bike all noodled up in the tech zone.
That's so good. Shit, that's in the shopping cart, I reckon.
Pool noodles.
Pool noodles.
Jeez.
Not only for the Cyclone bag, you need them for the Strada Bianchi. What is it called?
Mate, isn't that a good little hack, the pool noodles
Oh,
for
yeah.
the Skycon?
I've still broken a frame in one of those though.
Yeah, well, you got a nice new bike out of that.
We
Thank you very much.
Should get an Evoc bags.
Oh,
I've gone
plug.
I've gone the hard case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
The,
sponsored? Did you get a discount code?
no discount code, but you can buy one.
Yeah, sure. You guys get some discount codes. Who do we need to talk to?
Oh yeah, we've
Can you
got
pass them on? What is it?
Yeah.
Nice little
What's the code?
Oh, we don't get a code. We just get given the bags.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
I was
That
trying to
sounds
But-
pretty
We just
good.
cut the middleman out.
If
But,
you didn't get given it, would you still buy it?
definitely.
Really?
Yeah, we it took us. I mean, all we had to do was take our wheels off, put the bike straight in, didn't touch the seat post or anything. Took us about 10 minutes at the Denpasar airport to pack our bags.
That's
So,
unreal.
yeah.
And how much would that cost a normal person?
$700.
Yeah, it's up around that $1,000 mark.
Oh, it's a hard
Ooh.
case one, is it?
Hard case on the top. and
Yeah, I
then
like
it's a
that.
soft bag on the
I was
bottom.
going to buy
That's
that.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Folds up really
Shreds.
neat. Yeah.
You
I wish
should
we
get
had this
one.
conversation first. Damn it.
Could have get it for Radelaide.
Yeah.
Damn, I just bought one.
No,
That
yeah,
wasn't
they're
What'd you
very
buy?
good.
This Cyclone, the hard case one.
Oh, the hard case.
Yeah.
Full,
I just got
full hard case.
full hard case, mate.
Yeah.
Heavy.
12 kilos.
Jesus.
But I just, mate, going to Europe or something like that, you just
Yeah.
Can't
you
risk
can't
it.
you can't risk it.
Yeah.
They've got
I mean,
steel
you
bars
fly-
in that thing. That Evoc thing is like steel bars you put down the side to.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
a polymer, like rod that goes. There's 5 of them on each side, and they sort of like slip down the side of the bag, and it like
Protection.
creates like a structure around the bike, which is pretty cool.
And
That's
then you
unreal.
can add
Yeah, I was,
clothes to it and stuff as well.
You're not meant to.
what about
Yeah,
this?
get
Has it
on.
only got one
Get in trouble.
one wheel at the front though?
Yeah, it's just got like the one little caster wheel that you could take out.
Does it work all right?
Yes, I would say just remember to take it out before you put your bike on the conveyor belt. I was lucky enough to keep mine.
Did they give you a spare?
No, but I'm sure you can probably
Buy
buy
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. I lost my, speaking of buying spare parts, I lost my charging cable for my light, just disappeared from my house. My wife has no idea where it's gone. I don't know where it's gone either. So,
Is it unique?
well, the Kong, the has a like a USB sort of plug-in thing. It doesn't have a USB or USB-C. So,
Yeah, right.
like it's a unique little cable. So now I've got to order a special cable.
That's annoying.
So you can only ride during the daytime, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Bugger.
Don't tell work.
Speaking of work, what happened on the mountain this week, guys?
What did happen? 514 people attacked it. I know that.
500 watts, please.
We
That's
love
big.
to
Our
see
biggest week yet.
Yeah.
And Panizza fresh off his European leg.
7 minutes flat.
7 minutes flat, but I reckon he was on an e-bike because he didn't put his power or heart rate data up.
It's
So
questionable.
I'm questioning you there,
Flagged.
Jimmy.
Flag him.
Yeah, no, I think we've got to call that one out. I don't know if that counts.
Thoughts
Yeah.
on that? Thoughts on that, Maxi?
I mean, I don't doubt it, but yeah, I mean, some validation's always good.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the fact that he got ninth in that stage in Czech Tour or whatever he
Yeah.
did.
I'm sure he can do 7 minutes up coot-tha.
Nah. we need validation.
Flynn Taylor
yeah.
was second fastest up the mountain this week with a 7:30.
Which was a PR of his.
Yeah, it looks like
Yep.
he was spurred on from a little shout out last week. So
Put him in the raffle. We still haven't had any DMs, Flynn.
Come on,
bloody
guys.
Get in because you're
Otherwise, I'm drinking the voucher.
you're not in the raffle, brother.
I'll help you.
End of season party, Jim Bob.
Yep. And Michael Earl was third fastest up the mountain, 8:06 for 362 watts.
He's going.
Yeah, heart rate.
working
Moving there.
hard.
Yeah, that
183.
ticker's working hard.
Jeez, I wish I could do it 8:06 and 362 watts, eh? For me to do that, it's like 420 watts.
Welcome to the Clydesdale Club, mate.
Yeah, mate. I've been a valid member for quite a few years.
You and me, brother.
And what about Pablo?
Yeah, Pablo was slowest male this week.
Yeah. It looked like he was just going for a zone one ride, though. 112 beats per minute.
He could have been walking.
Could have been walking.
It's probable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no power.
There's no power.
Average speed would be what? 4 km an hour for 20.
He could be walking.
Could be walking.
I'll tell you what there has been on the mountain, which is really starting to piss me off,
What?
is there's a lot of runners.
Really?
Heaps.
What the is going on?
Yeah.
It's the new phase. Like,
Mate,
there's
they're
probably-
running, they're
Trail
running
runners
2
on the road.
abreast down the...
Yes.
Yeah, down in the mornings. So you're going
Yeah.
up and there's 2 coming down and then cutting the
Yeah.
angles off as well. So they're like in the middle of the road.
It's
You
a
know-
crash waiting to happen.
There's
Mate.
that car park up near the top.
Yeah.
It's just off to the left, and there's the trailhead on the right-hand side of the road. They're always
Coming
there's
across.
Always someone walking across the road there. Yeah.
Mate, I nearly came a cropper on Gap Creek Road last weekend. There was like a run, like this special run thing. There was like 400 people running from Mount Coot-tha or some 24-hour.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I wasn't looking, and this car stopped in the middle of the road, and I've literally looked up, and we're doing like 60 on the downhill section. I've looked up, I'm like, holy shit! Locked the entire back end up, fishtailing down the road, and just managed to let the brake go and just missed the car. I'm like, what are you guys?
Jeez.
You can't do that.
You also look, though.
I was just checking my power numbers. Anyway,
Power or death, eh?
stop running on Coot-tha.
Oh,
Yeah.
Please.
Unless it's on the trail.
Yeah, that's fine.
then
That's
you-
all right.
Off
Not
the
on the
road.
road. Road bikes on the road.
You don't pay
cars.
Rego either.
All right, fastest females. We've got first Chloe Bowden, PR, UQ Junior.
Oh,
We'd
good.
love to see it. 932, 248
moving.
watts. Yeah. No heart rate, though. I did it on the last rep of 4 Coot-thas. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Second, we've got
Whopping.
Liz Fancut. I think so you pronounce her
Fancoot,
name.
yeah.
Oh,
Fancoot,
Fancoot,
Fancut,
even.
yeah.
Oh,
Double T.
yeah, okay.
She's an OG.
11:07. No power, 151 beats per minute, which is good. And then third place, we've got Pretty White at 1154 to 44 watts.
And 169.
That's good. I'd love to see
It's
it.
moving.
And a special shout out to M. Yorkinston, who confidently descended coot-tha back after a super hectic crash about not even 3 months ago. So good to see that.
On the mountain?
No, it wasn't, but it was at the back of Springbrook, and she
It's pretty
tore her
worse.
face off. So
That's not
great, but now she's descending with confidence, which
Brilliant.
we love to see.
Back on the horse.
Yep. Got slowest female DT, 1940, no power or heart rate. Data.
Walking, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Maybe more one of those runners.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Yeah.
probably.
Mate, what's the run? What's running TSS? We need some sort of measure for running. Was it per kilometre or something? Whatever.
VAM. The VAM.
The VAM.
The VAM.
I can hell.
Yeah.
I'm sick of them already.
And a reminder for everyone to please star the Strava segment. I've heard rumours that it's a little bit hard to find, and that's just because of its popularity currently. But if you jump on to our Instagram, there's a link in the bio on how to star the segment, and also you can search us on Strava when you go into segments and then star it that way.
Yeah.
Get around it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Nailed it.
nice.
Now, what, talking of M, she gave you some goss about
Yeah.
the UQ meet on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, because I was away, didn't get to make it down there, unfortunately, but she gave me a bit of a lowdown.
Yep.
So they basically had, as we spoke about last week, they met to talk about how the club can continue and build on its kind of history and respond to the key challenges that cycling is facing, which we've all spoken about.
Yep.
So the club has yet to officially announce the details of what was spoken about in terms of like what their action points, but in summary, basically that they are currently Queensland's largest cycling club. So there's heaps of opportunity for growth and for them to pave the path forward. So like growing juniors up through university members, and then like the elite pathways beyond that. So yeah, the club's affiliated with the university, so there's lots that the uni and the club can do together. And like with the current Pro Tour and NRS riders representing UQ,
Yeah.
it's awesome to like celebrate their success and like then contribute to the growth moving forward. So it'll be awesome to see what comes out of that open members night and see what other clubs are going to take that on and do it themselves.
Yeah. And it's been really good that UQ's stepped up to host 2 road races this year.
Yeah, they're really paving the way.
Like, it'd be good if like clubs like Brisbane Cycling Club or something could step up and, you know, do a bit of race hosting as well, but they seem to be non-existent in that
Gone
space.
quiet.
in that space. So
They get paid a lot of Oz cycling fees because you're a member and they get their slice, but
Yep. Exactly.
should go to something for giving back, but I can't speak properly for that.
Yep. Exactly right. Now, Friebes, this week you're back on board,
It's good to be back.
and we got the Freebies shopping cart.
We sure do.
Shall I play the jingle?
Cue me.
Insert.
Ole, go catch Friebe shopping cart.
What do we got?
Right. Welcome along to Freebie Shopping Cart. Jim Bob was trying to hijack my segment in my absence, and he's with Jimbo's Game Changers. I'm not real keen on that, Jim Bob, but anyway, we'll just put that one as a shot across the bow.
No, I think it's good. It's good content.
Just staring you, mate. Love your commitment. Right, this week I've actually been buying a few things this week. I actually pressed send, and they've been trickling through the Luminaire package parcel delivery downstairs. And
Fancy.
this week I actually have purchased, Jim Bob, and you can borrow this whilst we're on our.
Do I want to borrow it, or is this a personal use item?
They're not used bibs, mate. But I bought a one of those sort of portable tire inflators.
Oh, those things are so good.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Have you got one, Maxi?
Ryan Schilt brought one over to Indonesia, and that saved us on the first
Really?
few days. Yeah. Very good.
Incredible.
Yeah. So
Please enlighten me.
So,
what
mate,
is,
it's like a pump that pumps like a basketball or a car tire or a bike tire. You just like a normal pump, foot pump.
It's like
It's
normal
like
foot pump.
Like the same concept. It's got a hose and a pressed valve,
Okay.
whatever it is, and
is this for tubeless?
no, it's for anything. It's got you just normal valve, and you just you dial it up to the nearest 0.5 of a psi, 77.5, whatever you want to do. And you press go, and
It's
a
pumping.
few seconds later, she's there.
And
It looks like almost like a portable battery, like
like that thing I had before.
with a valve coming out of it.
It's almost like one of those, almost like
A
that.
bit smaller than that.
So you can ride around with it in your jersey and all that.
You can
sort
get
of stuff?
you can get ones that replace your pump for,
CO2 can.
correct.
Yeah.
Better for the environment too.
Lovely.
That's
I
what
think-
we're about.
Some of them
Anyway.
do have like a limited battery life though.
Yeah, they do, mate.
So
You get a couple of pumps.
yeah.
What? And then it's in the bin.
Yeah, no. Yeah, recharge it. Recharge it. USB-C.
Oh yeah.
USB-C. Anyway, that has been purchased. So it's not even in the cart, but just thought it's worth a little shout out to that little new toy.
So
How much?
what?
$80.
$80
yeah.
bucks. And what's the brand of it again, Friebe?
Rock Bros.
Rock Bros.
Rock Bros.
Cool. I might add one of them to my shopping
And
cart.
it comes with a light too. So when you're like out in the early hours in the morning, you get the light to shine on the valve as well. So it makes it even easier.
Oh yeah. First world problems, eh?
Pretty handy. But in the cart this week, Jim Bob.
Oh, so that. Geez.
That's already been purchased, mate. So that's sort
Okay.
of just a notable mention.
Mate, the credit
Alright.
card's been copping a flogging
Yeah, it
this
loves
week.
it. It loves it. Anyway, this week, this hasn't been purchased. This is in the cart. I got inspired by the TTs that are going on at the moment. I love a TT, Jim Bob, and I was thinking about your times and how we can improve your times on what are those things you do, the duathlons?
Push some more watts, mate.
That'll do it. But let's save you some watts, right?
That'll be better.
Let's save you some watts. So, socks. What's everyone's thoughts on aero socks? Maxi?
Must have for race day.
Must have a race day?
Ones that stay up as well.
Yeah.
I've had a few horrible cases of socks falling
Mate,
down.
that's the worst
Same.
thing ever. And you know what? Coatsy gave me the best tip on that.
glue.
Bit of UH. No, hairspray.
Oh yeah.
Hairspray.
There's a little shout out. The Jobst is JOBST.
What's that?
It's like a little, like you roll on, like when you do
Oh,
like
deodorant?
deodorant. Yeah, it's like that. I reckon I've had it for maybe a year, and I use it like just on socks that are a bit
Slippery.
clapped out.
Slippery.
Yeah, slippery socks. I always use it on race day just to be sure. But yeah, you just little, luckily we've got these lovely little tan lines that show us exactly how high our socks should be. So I just
like pre-measure.
You'll probably see me on the morning of race day, just like
Rolling it on.
little roll around the top of the sock, and
That
then
works.
it sticks right on there. And
Gets worse in the summer.
yeah,
the
I
sweat.
think
Yeah, bro.
you can. I mean, I haven't actually had that issue. I mean, luckily the Cage socks that we use, the brand of Aero socks, they're pretty good. But
What are they, mate?
I think they're like Aero. What are they?
Aero gear.
Oh, yes, they were on
It's
my
pretty-
list here.
Yeah, it says what it does on the tin there.
Aero.
The Aero gear. But yeah, they're pretty nice socks. We're lucky there. But yeah, all the socks I use, I just run a little strip of that, and I've not had any.
How do you pronounce that?
Aero gear or Jobst?
Jobst.
Jobst. J-O. I think it's like
JOBST.
Yeah. It looks like you'd find it in
$24, mate.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
All right.
Shawnee's on it.
That's going in straight in the
Yeah,
cart.
it's in my shopping cart right now.
Very good, very good. We'll put a link up. But Jim Bob, for your knowledge, Aero socks tested somewhere between 3 and 6.5 watts, depending on the unit.
Oh,
That's
okay.
insane.
What are we talking about here?
Well, I just did a quick sort of like 4 or 5 different pair study.
Okay.
Yeah, your sort of entry is the defeat ones. They got the Evo Jet socks, which
They sound fast, mate.
Well, Carpenter's over in for Lotto, he complained about a pair a few years back, and he got these ones specially made, and they reckon they got 24 watts on his pair. But I'm calling bullshit.
He does have the biggest calves in the peloton as well.
He'd be running some jobs for sure.
Yeah.
So they're $55. Apparently 24 watts. This is when you compare it to a bare shaved leg. So
So it's adding watts over a bare shaved.
no, you take that off, another 24 watts off of a bare shaved legs. So pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Rule 28, $60. That's why I run a pair of Rule 28s.
They never stay up for me.
Yeah,
Neither.
that's
No.
that's maybe this new Jobs
No,
thing.
I've tried adhesive. Yeah.
Anyway,
The zip at the back it always slips from there. I think.
Oh, but even just their normal
yeah,
socks.
the normal Aero socks slips.
Yeah.
I tell you one I liked was the Swiss side. So part of DT Swiss, and we have been talking about them recently with their little collab with Conti for the Mark III special wheel boys.
Yep.
They've got an Aero sock which looks pretty good. That's $100. And I rate DT Swiss. I reckon they do some good stuff. And then I'm going to get the pronunciation here. Max, can you help me out there? Stockleon?
Socky
That's the Euro pronunciation.
Thank
right
you,
there
mate.
for
You're as
everyone
bad
at
as
home.
each other.
Yeah, perfect. Anyway, they've got 4 options in their stable. The most expensive aero sock in the world, €1,000.
You're taking
You're
the piss.
joking.
No, that's fair dinkum.
Is this
these-
Cavs?
These are not in the cart just for Amber's
Yeah.
record.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
these the
Reference.
socks Cav was wearing.
Correct.
Yeah.
They're in
So
my cart.
they're fully custom made. They're fully custom made, like the width, the length, the height, you name it, calf width, everything. So get yourself a pair of those, Jimbo. But they do have 3 off-the-shelf options. They've got a fast, medium, and a medium fast and a fast.
Who is not
that's
buying
more-
the
Yeah.
super fast option?
Oh no, I'll just go medium
Yeah.
fast today. Thanks.
I'll spend $1,000 on socks, but I only want to go medium.
But the fast ones are only fast at 60 Ks plus.
Oh, well, no one's wearing them.
Yeah, see, now we got you. The medium fast shredder, fast from 54 Ks onwards.
Yeah, that'll be me. All
And the
right.
slow fast, if you want to call them that, are from 46 Ks, which probably we should all be buying.
Yeah.
Okay. We're all buying the slow
Yeah,
ones.
all right.
Anyway,
So are they $100?
they're only $100 each.
So for the 60, 54, and 46.
All $100 each.
Oh, I'll just get the 60. Fuck it.
I reckon
Yeah.
get a 3. You can get a just get a 3-pack.
Oh yeah, $300.
Trial them all.
Or 3 for the price of 2.
Yeah.
What happens if you mix them up though?
Oh Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
Yeah, they're
one
different.
leg.
No.
They're
yeah.
quite noticeably different.
Yeah, you could be going around
my
in circles.
God. Can you imagine you put them all in the wash at once and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know which one goes with which?
Isn't your sock drawer in pairs? Shawnee's would be.
Always.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
you'd say that. And then obviously you've got that's kind of the ones. Some actual stats on those 3 pair there we just spoke about. Compared to the no pins flow socks, they've been tested about a watt faster than the no pins, which means if you apply that to a time trial of 16 Ks, it's 2.5 seconds. So that's the difference of a win.
Just ride 1 watt faster,
Yeah.
Or
a
that.
bit harder.
But it's all the little things, right?
Don't tell Alex Dowsett. He'll have a cry over that.
So I think you might. I've got the Rule 28s. I have the same problems. I'm going to try this new little
Won't work.
hack, but I'm going to go to a different one because the Rule 28
Yeah.
just don't deliver.
I'm going to the Cache bloody sock.
Aero gear, very good.
Aero gear.
Get around it.
I'll go get on that Aero gear.
Anyway, that's Friebe's shopping cart.
Brilliant.
Ole, ole, ole! Go catch Friebe shopping cart.
So on the back of Friebe's shopping cart and all his aero gains, if you're also matching that with Jim Bob's game changers, you're bound to put in your best performance on the weekend. So carrying on from last week, we were talking about carbo loading and carbo loading before a race. Now, I had a very good experience with it, with some aspects of it that weren't so great, i.e. I got the runs directly after the race. So I thought this week we would defer to our resident pro over here and ask him how he would do a carb load for an A event. So Max, take it away, buddy.
Right. I'm very lucky to be able to work with a very good dietitian, Caitlin Bowden. She's been working with her for about a year now. So we've gone through like multiple different events, like 1-day races, stage races, hilly races, flat races, and they're all, different in one way or another. So, I mean, for a race like Grafton where you got like a 45-minute climb, like you'd be looking at doing low fiber. Whereas with like Melbourne to Warney or something like that, it's more just about the carb load itself. But
And just to go back to that, the fiber is basically you want to empty the fiber from your guts because that holds water.
Yeah, so the fiber that you're eating is just going to sit and hold water, basically.
Yep.
And is that weight? Is that
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so fiber basically equals like a bit more weight, and not like you're not going to be getting many carbohydrates out of
it.
that. Yeah. So, I mean, for a low res diet, like maybe like 5 grams a day, 10 grams a day, which is quite low. But personally, I found that doesn't really sit well with me. So through like trial and error and training, we've sort of settled on like a moderate res diet. So aiming for like minimum in terms of carb loading, aiming for minimum like 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight for the 2 days ahead.
2 days.
Minimum 10.
Yeah, which
Okay.
is a lot.
That
So-
is a
What'd you
lot.
do, Jim Bob?
I think I did
7?
7.
I think you
or
said
8.
7.
Yeah.
Need to bump it up, mate.
Yeah.
You got to go harder, pal. Go hard or go home.
Step my game up.
a few more hot chips.
Well, what is the food you can have?
Just think of like what a toddler would get served at a kindergarten and multiply that by like 10. So
What does that mean?
like white rice, white bread, you know, like rice bubbles for breakfast, Cocoa Pops for breakfast.
So you can have
Sounds lit.
some flavour.
It does.
Yeah. It's not like you can use any sauce you want or anything like that. They generally are pretty low in fiber.
So the
unless you
rule
get
is just no fibre.
no
There's little-
fiber. Yeah. So no, if you are doing like strict low res, like no salad, no nuts or seeds or avocado or anything like that.
Fats.
Try
Yeah.
and keep the fat down.
You can have fats like oils because there's no fiber in them. But when you have like a avocado or something like that or nuts or seeds, like they're generally high in fiber. So, you know, might look at swapping out like, you know, peanut butter is not that bad, but you might swap that out for like Nutella or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Say less.
Yeah, basically just stay away from the health food section and get the cheapest carbohydrate available. So
What's your go-to?
for breakfast, just rice bubbles and yogurt, some honey, and then, you know, a bagel or something like that. Then lunch, just white rice and chicken. Dinner, white
Oh, so you
rice
still have
and
protein as well?
yeah, definitely protein. Just lean protein like chicken breast or kangaroo or something like that. Maybe not kangaroo because it's red meat and it takes a little bit longer to digest. It's a bit heavier in the gut.
Okay.
And then, yeah, lunch maybe like eggs and rice, dinner, chicken and rice, something like that. And then, yeah, outside of that, just, you know, white bread, stuff like that.
Jim, can I ask a question?
Yeah, mate.
Thanks, pal. How does that compare to your normal diet then?
It's vastly different. Yeah, a lot of the focus during trainings on whole foods and that kind of stuff, just so like your gut doesn't stop working when you're eating so many like processed carbs and like real simple sugars on the bike. Even in like a stage race like Egen where stage 4 was, you know, pretty hilly when you got to, you know, reduce your fiber intake during it. By the end, like your gut, if you don't train it, is going to be completely shot.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to keep that healthy outside of racing. Otherwise, you're just going to be in a world of trouble, as Jim Bob over here found out. But yeah, I think the main thing is to not wait until the race to try it because, you know, like I've if I did low res for the first time on like an A race, like I'd be going pretty bad because it just doesn't really work that well with me. So I sort of incorporate a little bit of fiber, like maybe like 15 grams a day, just to keep things moving.
Jeez, it's
as
not
you might
much,
say.
but
No, that would be like a usual meal's worth across the whole day.
Yeah. Like, would you say, Max, that it, like, for someone who is looking to do, like, the best performance they can, it's a must-do?
I think it definitely helps. I think if you're going to focus on one or the other, just definitely it would be, you know, getting the carbs in, just so you get to race day with, you know, muscles full of glycogen that are ready to go. I mean, it does come with a little bit of weight as well because, you know, carbohydrate carries water, but, you know, would you rather like come in a race day under field or like 500 grams heavier that you're probably going to sweat out in the first hour?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so I think it's just being ready to and not trying things on race day or the few days coming up to race day. Probably the two main things there.
And speaking of race day, how many grams of carbs on a race day?
In Egen, I think I was doing standard would probably be about 120 an hour.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a big unit.
Takes a while to sort of work up to that, but we're very lucky with the team to be with Morden.
How good.
So their gels are pretty unreal. And yeah, just being able to train on that. Very, very, very lucky to be able to train on that sort of stuff because, you know, it's
That's
not
sick.
cheap.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
But yeah, training on that, like I would definitely never go into a race day without trying something first. like if I hadn't tried Morden at 120 grams an hour, like I would probably not even try and go over 100 grams an hour on anything else. Just because I found that like as soon as I go over 100 grams an hour, like that's when everything sort of starts to play up after like two or 3 hours, and you end up just not getting anything in because it either
Comes back
up or your body, like your guts just shut down, so it's not actually absorbing it, like anything like that. So
some good advice there.
Yeah. He's really given us some good insight into what happened to me last weekend. So thanks for that, Max.
Should have asked him last week.
Oh, well. I think we'll look at wrapping it up, eh?
That was a very enjoyable episode, Maxie.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's been great.
Thanks for coming on. It's been great.
And Tali?
Tali,
Yeah, Tali.
Our first live audience member.
Thanks. Yeah, I've enjoyed every second of it.
Yeah, hey, good.
Appreciate it, brother. And yeah, cool. All right, we'll wrap it up. We'll be are we back at Easy Times next week, Friebes?
Of course we are. We're enjoying our time here.
Yeah. Do we have any specials for the listeners this week or not?
Yeah, of course we do. We're gonna change the code to backside arrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Backside arrow sock glue.
And what's that getting us?
2 for 1 beers.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Nice.
But not on game
day.
So
There's only a few games left, unfortunately, for the footy season this year.
yeah, but any other day, come in and get a 2 for 1 and take full advantage of it.
Yeah, we'll be announcing some exciting upcoming, our own beer.
Ooh.
It's called the Backside. It's coming out soon. We're just working on some final details with the guys at Easy Times, but everyone who's a listener, you'll have the opportunity to jump on and order your own carton of the Backside, which is pretty cool. But we'll have some
delicious
details on that next week, but just wanted to follow our theme of breaking things early. That's some breaking news.
Yeah.
Beers are low res as well, by the way.
Oh,
Brilliant.
good.
In.
And this is low out. This is like medium. It's like a mid lager.
Yeah.
Before
Carbs, no fiber. Just drink beers 2 days before your race.
And rock up absolutely bent.
Yeah.
That's a Gaz diet right there.
Thank you, Gaz. Hey, Shawnee, quickly, how's stats going?
Oh man, real good. We're getting upwards of 500 listens per episode each week, so they're going really good. Strava Club, 218 followers, 215 followers on Insta, so pretty happy with that. But we'd love some more.
We sure do.
Yeah,
We sure do.
there we go. We got another one.
Harley. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
He'll be listening every week now too.
Absolutely. So, and yeah, just don't forget to star the segment because it'll make everyone's life easy, especially yours if you're going for a PR. And that's about it. Shreds, you got anything?
Yeah, subscribe where you listen. Give us 5 stars. Follow us on all the platforms and jump on the website.
Brilliant.
Next week, we've got another special guest.
Yes.
We do.
He's well known in the cycling community in Brisbane. He has race pro level and is a cycling coach. So
Woohoo.
if you can guess who he is, drop us a comment.
Who do you
love to see it.
reckon? Who do you reckon we should have on, mate? You give us a call out of someone you'd like to hear from.
I reckon Mia Hayden. would
Mia
be a good
Hayden.
shout.
I actually
Yeah.
I put her on my little list, the Savo,
Excellent.
Absolutely.
because she's the tied QOM holder of the coot-tha back segment.
Well, there you go.
Got to get her on.
Got to get her on. So yeah,
She's been publicly announced now.
yeah. Mia, you're on in a month.
How good.
Get ready.
Stop prepping now.
All right, let's wrap it up. See you
Thanks,
later.
guys.
See ya.
2
Hooroo.
gin tonics,
See you next time.
2 vodkas, and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.